Hi, it's Michelle here from the Just Next Studio design team. Today I have a new layout to share with you. I've got a couple of files on this one. It's got the perfect cut file as part of my title, and then I've also used the Starburst cut file as my background. So as you can see, I've cut it out on some pattern paper in the blue, and then I'm going to just outline some of the negative spaces in the cut file. I'm just going to fill it in with some of that gorgeous orange paper. It's actually from one of the Paige Taylor Evans collections, and I'm just going to glue that down, as you can see, and cut around it and add it to my page. I've just added 2 stars. I'm just getting rid of a bit of the glue there. Just to give a pop of colour. I didn't want to do the whole lot because I really like the way that the negative space, you can see the pattern paper from behind. So oh yes, I've done a couple of other ones down the bottom which you kind of lose, you don't really see a lot of. So I'm just going to glue that down now. I've used, the background paper is from the Pinkfresh Studio Live More collection. I love this background paper. It has some really cool sentiments on it that work perfectly with my photo. So I'm just going to go and glue down my background, the cut file to my background, because that's definitely where I want it to stay, and I'm not going to layer anything underneath it. So I'm just spending some time gluing down on the large blue stars, just to hold that down in place. So the photo I'm using today is of my son. It's actually Masculine Week. It's all about the boys over at Just Next Studio. So I couldn't resist using this photo of my boy, and he's at our caravan, and there's a massive lake because we've had so much rain. So the boys are just hanging out and playing, and making the use of the nature that they have to play with. So as you can see, I've cut the attitude out of the perfect cut file. I didn't use anything else. I actually chopped off Is Everything because it was a little bit feminine, I suppose, and I really wanted the chunky title. So I've added a piece of pattern paper with stripe just to hold and anchor down my photo and my title to the bottom there. That's just a piece of, I'm not even sure what collection that is. That just came from one of my old hip kits. And I'm just looking through for starting to do some embellishments. So I really love these leatherette little triangles, and I thought they were just a neat little feature. So I'm starting to put them in, and it's kind of starting to create a little embellishment cluster at the top. I do end up switching these around to go horizontal rather than vertical later on. But in the meantime, I'm like, that's kind of working for me. And I was like, what else can I add to this layout? So I'm going to map my photo in a bit of this minty green pattern paper that I've had just a scrap of on my page. And yep, I'm happy with that. So I'm going to really just use those Pinkfresh collections. They are really perfect for boy layouts. I love all the from those phrase stickers from Pinkfresh Studio from the Live More collection. They work really, really well for boy layouts, and yeah, they're just fun, and they have lots of different cool things written on them. And so I'm going to use those. I got those from the March 2017 hip kits and the Project Life kit, and there's still heaps left on there. I've only really just used a few, so I'm just gluing down my attitude and my photo and sticking that down so it doesn't move. I've added that little label sticker. I think that was from Shamil Little by Little from the sticker pack, and I really wanted just to add a little bit more black, so I've just cut up that Project Life card, and I'm just with the spots, I'm just going to add that behind my photo. I really like those alphas. They're really black and really cool, so I'm going to make my title out of them. But actually I changed my mind and then I re-added them later. So as you can see, I'm like, oh, what else can I add that has, a bit more layering? It's not really it's just looking a bit one-dimensional at the moment. So I'm going to dig into my stash, and I'm actually going to start using some of my Coco Vanilla Studio Totally Rad collection. It just works so well, and I'm like, yep, I'm going to layer. Those little wheels and gears are perfect little layering elements. Circles are so perfect for boy layouts as well. So once I start thinking, yep, that's going to work, and it started to come together reasonably well, I'm just adding some of the orange and some of the teals and blues. I really like that star, so I'm starting to just add a little cluster at the top with the flare button. With boys will be boys, because honestly these boys were just playing in the mud with the gumboots, creating this heart thing. Yeah, and it just sort of epitomizes what going to the caravan means for us. Definitely still wanting to work on the little cluster at the top. It does change a little bit going forward from what it is, but I think that just adds a bit of balance. It's quite heavy on my layout to the left hand side, so I really want to just add something to the right hand side just to give it a little bit of balance. Right, so I've got a frame. I really like the captured, but it was getting lost under my attitude, so I flipped it around. This is actually doing two things. It was framing my son who was in the photo, but it's also sort of hiding the other children that are also in my photo. Liam is getting a little bit older now. He's a little bit more social media savvy, and I'm just conscious that his friends probably don't want to be on my YouTube channel. And just, yeah, by using that frame, it just kind of gives you, highlights him in the photo, but it also just hides some of the bits that I don't really want to show. Right, I really like this Here Comes Trouble, but I'm not sure if that's really going to quite work on the page. So I'm now just fiddling around off camera. I do this a bit, I'm sorry, when I'm not entirely sure what I'm using. I kind of forget that I'm actually videoing, and just trying to work out what else I can add to my page. I think I need another circle at the top, so that's where I'm starting. So another couple of clusters of those little wheels and gears, and this is where I start to go horizontal with my little triangles. Those are leatherette stickers from the Pink Fresh Studio collection as well. Those are also from the Dream On collection, and I got those in the main kit for March 2007 for Hip Kit Club. So I really like this Enjoyed Let's Be Adventurers, because that's effectively what they were doing. They were outdoors, but I just didn't quite like the way that it was quite dark up in that corner. So I tried to figure out what I'm going to use. I ended up sort of going back to just playing with lots of different things. I thought, oh, maybe a hay would look quite cute, but I didn't want to put it right in the middle, and then I wanted more, going across there. So I was just having a big play around with different options from the Totally Ray collection. This is such a cool collection for the boys. If you can get your hands on it, I really want to go, I just want to use something else on it. So just trying to work out what's going to work. That was a bit too bold, so I just put it off to the side. And I really like this typewriter, but I thought, oh, it's not really, doesn't really work with what I was trying to do. It doesn't really work with a boy layout. So again, lots of fiddling around. There's no science to my layouts. It just, yeah, I'm having a bit of a mojo loss at the moment. So it is more about just having a play. I really like that those two circles up there, so that's what I'm going to go with. So I've stuck those down. I thought, oh, maybe a cute little star popping out the side, but I decided not to use that. It was a bit too one-dimensional in colour, I suppose, is the good way to put it. So I'm still playing around. I like that hay. And I've just added, if you can see at some point, I've added the sticker at the bottom with the grid lines. That's also, I think, from a sticker book collection. I'm not sure which one now, actually, to be honest. But I like just how that gives another little layer under my little arrow. I'm all about layering and just adding some interest and different features to my page. I just think that's fun. And I like these little flare buttons, and I'm still playing around. This little cluster took me quite some time to actually figure out what it is I want to do on it. I thought, oh, maybe I could add another one on there, but then I knew I was going to add my title there, and it was definitely going to be Attitude is Everything, because that's just exactly what it is. And I really like that from the cut file. That's another cool way of using your cut files. You can use them as inspiration for your titles. I don't have animals, but three out of five of my family are actually allergic to cats, so I really like the cut file, but I thought, actually, how can I use it when I don't actually have animals? So that's kind of what I decided to do. Look, now I've added some more things. I've added a little camera. That's a puppy sticker from Pink Fresh Studio as well, from the Dream On collection. And then now I'm starting in with these phrase stickers. They are perfect. It's like, let's have some fun. around here. I was like, oh, maybe I could put around here at the top, but I thought actually I need a bit more, so I've added the where the magic happens. I'm going to end up putting that at the top, and I think that just works really well. I think I got to the point with this layout where I was like, actually, I'm just going to start sticking stuff down. I'm just reasonably happy with it. I wasn't sure what else I wanted to do, and actually it's just really about the cut files, and the blue stars just want to pop off the background, and the attitude I just wanted to keep in the white because I didn't want to kind of create too much of a feature out of it, and it kind of half overlays my photo, and I just think it's cool and funky and fun, and yeah, and that just works for me. So I really enjoyed doing my outs of Liam, but I don't have as many photos of him anymore, so it is getting a little bit harder now they get a little bit older. So definitely cherish the younger kids in your in your lives, because they do get older and it gets harder to take photos of them, and then they'll have to he always wants to know what photo I'm using and what I'm doing, and then he complains I'm not doing enough layouts of him and they're all of the girls, so I just can't win. So I just added that 100% awesome to the big blue star, just adds another pop of orange, and now I'm just sticking some things down. I actually hadn't stuck down that frame at all, so that's not unusual in my world. So I'm just adding that and adding a few little stars from those puffy stickers, just for fun. Just add another little layer, and yeah, I was just I think I've worked out really well. I was really pleased with it. Like I said, that background paper is just fabulous, and actually you don't have to do too much for it. It's already got a little frame on it. It already has lots of sentiments on it, so I didn't feel like I had to add any journaling. And there's my final layout. I hope you enjoyed watching my video today. Here's some close-ups. If you have any questions, if you've got any suggestions, anything else you want to see, just send me a comment and let me know. Thanks a lot. Cheers. Bye.